Welcome to the Mindstorm Productions podcast with your hosts, Mindstorm and Auntie Ange.
Hello everybody, Mindstorm here.
Hello, and Auntie Ange.
How's it going? Today's podcast is going to be pre-recorded because I'm going to be a bit busy on Sunday, today that you're watching this. So right now I'm off I'm going to a barbecue.
Abandoning me, leaving his mother behind.
I'll be going to a nice little barbecue with my old housemates. So hello to Rob, Natalia and Jack.
Hello, yes, just in case he zooms you up on this so you can see. Hello everybody. Hope you're having lots of fun without me. Very disappointed that I didn't get an invite. No, I'm joking. Before everybody else thinks I'm being serious.
So yeah, so we're doing that because they've done the rule now where you can go in each other's gardens or something, something like that. So we'll be doing that, and yeah, and on that subject, how about the easing of lockdown for everybody?
Yep.
Everything's opening up a little bit.
Yes, I've got a friend sitting in the beer garden as we speak, having a few
pubs.
drinks. Yeah, I haven't joined them. Could have done, but I haven't done because I've got things to do, and I wanted to watch Prince Philip's funeral.
Yeah, we'll get there soon. My favourite bits, the gyms have opened up. I managed to go once this week.
And he knows.
And I'm feeling it after all this time of not going to the gym. My arms hurt so much. Like, I tried to do less than what I normally do, and that still wasn't enough. I should have done much, much less. Probably even half. So I've learned that lesson. I've had to go on my notes and write everything down just to be like half of what I do now. Or what I've done in the past, just to ease myself back into it a little more.
God bless you. Yes, I've had an exciting week myself. I've put my applications in to run for LCC, Lincolnshire County Council.
I thought since you mentioned the funeral, I thought we could talk about that part.
Oh, okay then. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that before. Yes, I didn't want to do a pre-recording until after I've seen the funeral. So I'm neither against nor for the royal family. I don't mind them. And that's all I thought I'll show my little bit of respect to watch it. And it was beautiful, actually. It was a beautiful service.
Yeah.
And the Queen was fantastic. She went behind. Normally the Queen or the head of monarchy goes at the front of this sort of funeral, but she allowed her husband to go for it, because apparently he has to keep two steps behind her all the time, which I didn't realise. I thought it was just men like to walk sometimes a step or two behind a woman anyway. We won't say why.
She claims to be the innocent one.
But apparently, I always thought that it's just the way men sort of could protect the women scenario.
Yes.
Got to be careful I say that, because you have the women's rights kicking off on the phone. I'm not really into women's rights much neither.
Hang on, alright, hold on a second. Just to clarify, you're on about the overly ridiculous feminazi version.
Yeah, I am.
Not the... Oh, I don't like women's rights. You mean the ridiculous, I think misandry. You mean the over...
The over ones. Because I do like a man to open the door.
Just to clarify.
And take you out for a meal and treat you and all that gentleman stuff I do like. But when a woman's doing the job the same length as a man at the same time as a man, then yes, you should get paid exactly the same.
Yes. As we have the laws for that for.
So yeah, that sort of thing. I knew you get all excited, and I like to aggravate him now and again.
Look,
I just aggravated the other one.
Don't want Twitter flipping out on us. But then again, the people...
Yeah, because I can watch our podcast. Yeah.
Then again, these douchebags on Twitter, they don't matter anyway, so
But yes, so what I thought it was a lovely service, and the Queen, she must have insisted that she goes behind his vehicle, which he had done, Range Rover. He had his children and the grandchildren walking behind, only a couple, and I didn't see the Queen's car behind the coffin or anything. So I thought that was quite nice. You know, or if she walked behind, if her vehicle's behind the grandchildren, I'm not sure because I can get the clips right. You know, when the camera clips into certain angles. So if she was behind the grandchildren walking, I think that's quite nice as well if that happened. But anyway, it was a beautiful service.
There was something about a custom rover.
Yes, it was. It looked like the old rovers, you know. It is alright. I know where his bum is. Yeah, he had it customised, and it's like the old GP sort of Land Rovers before they became what they are today. So I thought that looked really nice. But it was flat at the back so the coffin can go on. I just felt sorry for the army men standing there for the minute silence as they walked on the step. Because it's quite a lot of steps they have to go up, and they must have been pooing themselves. They stand on the platform of the steps before they go up some more, and they did then look like the minute silence scenario, and I thought, oh, they're poor blokes with that heavy coffin on them, they must be aching like mad.
Like, I was going to say that there's quite a few incidents where people drop the coffin and stuff. Imagine if they dropped that.
Do it. Oh god, they'd be reprimanded.
They'd be sent for execution.
London Tower suddenly reopens again. All these years it's been shut down, and it reopens again to put the men who dropped the Prince Philip's coffin. Yeah, that would be funny, wouldn't it? They get sent to the tower. Oh, I know. I think when they did Princess Diane's, one of the army men, I think, and I say think because I think he did say, because they were worried about, because they started to get emotional, the blokes did, and they were dreading dropping the coffin because they were holding back the tears. But then her funeral was very breathtaking, top and bottom of it, because we all like Princess Diane. So, 95% of the population did. I was a fan of hers, I'm afraid. I dressed up as her once, Princess Diane.
Oh yeah.
I did, and I won. I came first place. I don't win it often at many things, but I came first place because I said, "Who are you?" and I went Princess Diane, and I won a ball. Did I win something when we were on a holiday once and I won that daft frisbee because I was having so much banter with the presenter of it? I was having a right giggle with him and I ended up winning, and I've got the plastic frisbee thing. I've still got it in the drawer, you know, one of them you can really put into a little pocket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're dressing up as royalty, impersonating royalty. That's a crime. Arrest her. To the tower.
Well, I had blonde hair like Princess Diane did. She was one of my icons. I did like her. And that.
Please looking at me.
Yes, these have had a quick trim on Monday. Only quick trim.
Yeah, only a little trim. I mean, we're kind of hoping for a bit more trim, but...
Yeah, but then saying that though, where we are, we're still chilly and it's still got winter in the air because
it's crispy. As my brother says, it's still spring, isn't it? So,
yeah.
You know, it's not really summer.
Well, I saw a photograph, I think it was this morning, and they had frost on the grass.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've still got it. We just don't get the deep freeze of it now. We should have had the last one in March.
Take these for a walk in a bit, aren't we? And then
yes.
I got my stream shortly after, so I'll be doing that today because this is recorded on Saturday or yesterday as you're watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, these got trimmed on Monday. I had a phone call because I'm running for Lincolnshire County Council about wanting to interview me, so I'm going to be on East Midlands News, and I was just completely nervous, I think. I mean, the bloke who presented it was called Tony. He was really nice, and the cameraman was really nice. But he goes, "Oh, I see that you're a town councillor," and I was like, you threw me off my track. What I wanted to say, what I've been rehearsing for the last 24 hours, because so you're a town councillor. Yes, I've given up my time for the community quite a bit and support it the best way I can. And then he asked why I want to stand for Lincolnshire County Council. I said because I would like the minor injury unit to stay open. I hear, well, it's closed at the moment, but I hear they're reopening it. And then I said I want that to be reopened, and I want the breast clinic unit to come back, and I also would like us to look into having a Testicular, which I said at the time, properly. That's what I was dreading, because sometimes I can talk really well, and then another time my words will go like la la land and completely go back to front, inside out, upside down, topsy-turvy. So that, I think that's what I was dreading the most, because it's not like here where I can relax and just go,
And fumble your words and
fumble
say
my words,
potentially
'cause
risky stuff that I have to quickly save you from.
you know, because of A, form of dyslexia, 2, I also got run over as a child, so I could have done some damage. You don't know, because I lost my eyesight and everything. And back in 19 or I should have gone 19 instead of the first bit, your parents didn't take you to the hospital like they do today.
Got a bit of brain damage there.
Could have done.
That explains a lot then.
Yeah, because I went straight on the bonnet, straight up the windscreen.
I was making a mean joke.
I know you're making a mean joke. Then I rolled back down again, and then I saw, and then my eyesight went, and then I saw black and white for a couple. My eyesight went, and then I saw black and white. But back in the 90s, you didn't take your kids to the hospital like now. Your kids fall out of a tree, bang, you're at the hospital.
They just tripped slightly. To the hospital.
Yeah. Cut your finger, hospital. Sneezed, hospital.
A little too sensitive. You've got to build up a bit of toughness. So it's like I slashed my thumb open, and I was saying to my brother, "Do you think it's worth going to A&E? I feel like I could be doing something. Could be just getting on." Took myself into bed.
And then I wake up to a text saying, "Mum, I'm just at A&E. I've just damaged my thumb." I'm like,
I drove myself.
Why didn't you wake me up?
It's an itty bitty cut.
Itty bitty cut.
Itty bitty cut.
It wasn't an itty bitty cut because
That's
he had
left a permanent scar.
Didn't you have like a butterfly?
Yeah, I had those little
butterfly
stickers they put over it to keep it together. Yeah, I cut my thumb one evening because I was trying to, because my laptop's falling apart, so I've had to put these thick zip ties over it, and I wanted to cut the ends off, and I thought a scissor would be too hard, and I wanted it to be as flush as possible because I don't want it sticking out and jabbing me in the legs when I sit on my set. So I was there with my pocket saw, just going ham on it, holding it, and suddenly just went and just cashed with this. It's a very sharp saw as well, and just right across my thumb, and bled all over the kitchen. And so I kind of wrapped it up in tissue, and then went to my brother at like 1 in the morning, wasn't it, Callum? 1 in the morning when I went to you about my thumb. Yeah, I'm just asking, do you think it's that bad? Do you think it's worth going? Because I kind of wanted to. Because I was going to Emily's graduation the day before. No, the day after, and it was 1 in the morning, and I kind of didn't want to go to A&E. I just wanted to finish packing this stuff up and go to bed. No, I was like, all right, I suppose I'll go. I'll see if it's worth it. I'll ask them at the desk, be like, hey, cut my thumb. Do you think it's worth anything? And they said, yeah, it was a good thing. I went. They patched me up and wrapped it up properly. Came home, finished packing my stuff, cleaned my mess up that I left all over the kitchen, and then went to bed. Enjoyed a few hours sleep, and then went to visit Emily at the what was it, No, can't remember if it was Premiering or Travelodge or something. Went to the gym the day before as well. No, I went to the gym on my way there. So I slashed my thumb, had some hours sleep, went to the gym, and then visited Emily.
No comment.
Just there awkwardly with my thumb kind of out of the way as I do stuff.
No comment.
We're brought up to be kind of tough, weren't we?
A little bit, yeah. I didn't mumsy-pumsy you too much. Only now and again. Especially when you're poorly. We had a stage when we were all poorly, so I made a bed downstairs, and I got the quilt covers and the pillows, and we got, because I have plastic bins which are brilliant for a sick bucket. So you turn your bin, because you can clean them out with bleach and soak them in bleach. So we had the bins at the side for when they were sick, and we just all lied on the floor, didn't we? That was quite a nice moment when I had all of you. Not a nice moment at the rail, but it was a nice
being together. Yeah.
Crashing on the floor. Should have done that a few times really, shouldn't we? Should have made us sleep on the floor. all together.
So yes, backtracking now from the dyslexia to your interview. So
yes, I had my interview, and that's what I wanted for. And I said
that's with the BBC as well,
yeah,
isn't it?
the BBC East Midlands, and I also said
Bye.
bye. I also turned around and said I said, well, don't get me started on potholes. Don't get me started on potholes, but public transport, we need public transport for the old age pensioners, because they can't get about, well, nor can the kids really. You've got nothing living in the town we live, and I know they cut back loads and loads, but there's a difference between cutting back. I mean, sometimes I want to set...
and just completely
I want to go to the company
away.
and say, have you thought about blah, 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 blah? But I don't want to give them my advice because I don't want to give my advice for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to start
giving away too much for free.
Yeah, because I give a lot away for free as at the best of times. I've had a couple of friends boost their
no
businesses.
appreciation whatsoever.
Some things, yeah. So, and it sort of like gets you down when you go. And I suppose people don't like it because I'm quite switched on. And I know some people go, oh, you're bossy. No, I'm not bossy. I'm proactive. I see something. I see a problem. I can 9 times out of 10 solve it. You know? But saying that though, I was doing something on the computer the other day and it froze on me, and your brothers go, Mindstorm, Mum's at it again. She's froze a computer.
Oh god, that computer it's a weird problem where the clicking just stops. Like you can right click, you can left click kind of some things, but can't properly left click. And like you can't even close, like you can't minimize or close the pages, can you? Or click anything at the bottom. But you can drag on the screen, like you can drag on the desktop. So I don't know what's up with it. I'm trying to figure it out, and all the results keep saying, oh, it's a mouse problem, change your mouse. It's like, no, it's not a mouse problem. We've already tried with other mouse.
That one.
We've already tried that. It's not a mouse problem.
Oh, and they had me walking as well on this interview. I had to walk across at Meadows. We've got a path, and that's walking and 2 different directions. So that was quite interesting. And the bloke said, don't look at the camera. I said, oh wait. I'm terrible because I do walk with a smile. Not often I don't smile. So it's quite funny because I'm trying not to smile, but I'm smiling because I always smile at people
and when there's a camera about, you're very aware of the camera.
Yeah, but I didn't look at the camera. I was too busy. I focus on people sitting at the bench drinking a tinny.
It's like when I tried to record behind the scenes. You're there, like it's like stop looking at the camera.
So no, I focused on people, and then because I always smile at people when I walk past, don't I? Really, and I always chat to people, which is a bit of a nightmare for you lot.
Mum's talking to someone. Might as well set up camp here.
It is like that. So because I'm always walking past, I'm like Dolly Parton. If you see somebody without a smile, always give them yours, and I like that because when I was younger, growing up, before I heard Dolly Parton say that, and I was growing up, I used to say, well, you see somebody out of a smile, always smile back. It makes them happy. Yeah, and if somebody's feeling doom and gloom, and you just give them a nice warm smile, their face lights up, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see faces light up. So I naturally walk smiling, which is annoying. I said that once to somebody in the petrol station. Don't you get fed up when I come through the door going, hi, hope you're well? Because I just think it's got to be annoying. So anyway, so I was doing some walking. And this bloke says, you're doing some modelling? I went, yeah.
Oh my god.
So I thought, well, that's a nice compliment. I thought, doing some modelling. I was a little model. So yeah, if you want some modelling, #model. When you put this out tomorrow.
Speaking of hashtag stuff, Emily put hashtag I think it was like bunny tail or something in the comments of our previous podcast, and the Easter one. So that's a start.
The tail next year. Yeah, we must jot that down, put it on a post-it note ready for next year. Don't forget, Auntie Ange, your bunny tail.
Yeah.
So that was exciting. So I had an interview yesterday. I mean, when he asked, I said, well, where can I start with all the issues we've got going on? Stanford people need a voice because they get, from my observation, the town council does get ignored. And we're forever battling SKDC. So yeah, and that, and all the studying I'm doing with Selco, which is very interesting and everything. So I'm hoping another job comes off soon as well. As much as I'd like to get voted in, I'm not holding my breath to get voted in because it's a Conservative town and I'm independent. Which Nathan made me laugh. I'm worse standing independently than I am with a party, because he says I can file the barrel at both ends because I don't know where I stand. So that was quite funny when he said that. I said, yeah, I suppose I am really a bit lethal because I don't particularly have one party to go. I'm just I like to think I'm quite open-minded person with everything. I wanted to say, there's 2 mottos in my life. I'd rather try and fail than never try at all. That would have been one of my mottos I would have liked to have said yesterday. And the other one would have gone, I'm a great believer in the Staffordshire knot, where there's a will, there's a way. But I never got to do that because I just quit running, because he says I have to do a 5-minute interview to cut it down for 2 minutes. So that's what I did.
Yeah, it was a lot shorter than I thought. I thought it was going to be much longer.
It spent more time setting the stuff up than it did us talking. But it's true, I would like to support the community. I'd like to support the pensioners or the public transport, get the road system sorted out. It's like I say, it's not just one thing. And I would have really liked to have said, if I was a fairy with I'm not a fairy with a magic wand and can sprinkle everything. It's time and progress. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that for? Well, it's fairies with magic wands, isn't it? When you see the Disney programs, are like,
okay.
That look I don't like.
Sounds kind of weird. Like, okay.
Yeah, like I say to you, the fairies don't come in the house and tidy up. It's actually your mother. It's your mother that does it.
Hang on, we've been keeping ourselves nice and tidy.
No, I know. I'm saying when you were younger. That's what you say when you're a lot younger. And then what else is there? Oh, it's not Blackpool Tower. Turn the lights off if you're not in that room.
Hey, we've got LEDs everywhere now, so like energy saving.
Yeah, they just come in and go, it's not Blackpool Tower. Don't need to light up the house. Oh, who's a rotten sausage? So yeah, so that was my excitement then on Friday.
Yeah. Well, speaking of production and stuff, I've been working on Storyboard recently for.
Yes, you sent
film.
it me, and I haven't looked at it yet.
You haven't even looked at my script yet, have you?
This one you sent me the other day, no. The one before, yes, I have. Because I rechecked it, and I
The
had
one I
looked
sent
at
you last night is the exact same one I sent you a few days ago.
Yeah, well, I haven't looked at the one you sent me last night. I looked at the one you sent me a few days ago. I did
It's the
look
same
at
one.
it.
I just forwarded it back to you.
Oh, well, I might need to look at it because I've already looked at it.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't read it.
I thought I didn't, and then when I clicked into it, I did.
All right then. Well,
But
yes.
it
Anyway,
doesn't get stored in the memory.
just made a start on Storyboard. Got first page done. Be working on the next pages, hopefully very soon. I won't have the time this weekend because I got my stream in a bit, and then I got tomorrow with, well, technically today as you're watching this, with the barbecue. But yes, that's also going to be posted on the Patreon as well. So, you know, if you're a supporter of the Patreon, you get to have a little sneak peek of the Storyboard.
It'll get there. I keep saying that, don't I? We're going to get there in the end. We'll get there in the end.
Not getting there quick enough. I'm not getting any younger. Get supporting. Make more projects. More support, bigger projects.
Yes,
And you get rewards.
And in the mouth.
You get rewards for your support. So, you know, why miss out? Yes. And speaking of content and stuff, the funny one, the meme.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw a meme today, and I thought, aha, funny, because fonts. It's a font thing. So because the word on it looks like 2 words. You managed to see it one way. I saw it another way first. So I'm going to get the meme up. Be prepared. It's got some explicit words. Well, it looks like it's got some explicit words.
It's not. It hasn't. Have you done it? Can
Yes,
I see it?
this is the meme right here.
All right.
So it's a pizza box, and it says pizza. But obviously, if you take a first look, it doesn't look like it says pizza. It looks like it says
to me,
this. Yeah,
I saw it as a pizza.
Yeah.
When he looked at it and he goes, "What do you see there?" And I went, "Pizza."
Yeah. So.
And I was going, "Am I missing something? Because I don't get it. That is pizza."
Yeah. So basically.
Then you showed me that picture.
Yeah. So first I showed Auntie Ange with just the top picture up here, and then I showed her the bottom bit to go with it.
But I didn't see that. I just saw pizza
Yeah,
because that's how I do my zezzies.
So yeah, that got us talking, and I was like, oh yeah, because people used to do the Zs like that.
Yeah, not like your generation who has your boring writing.
It just looks like a normal Z, not like a part G, part Z looking thing. Because the two Zs look like G, and the P looks like an N. So like, and yes, so I thought.
So
yeah,
I saw it as a pizza anyway.
So
Because don't forget, I wouldn't have seen the other two pictures underneath. He just showed me that box one. And
Yeah.
What's that? I went, pizza.
Yeah.
And he just kept looking at me.
I was like, hey mum, what does this say? She's like, pizza? I was like, oh, okay.
And he just kept looking at me, and I went, what am I supposed to see? Because you know these youngsters that give you these things, and I said I'll never try and be clueless when I have my own kids.
You're not adapting quick enough.
And I can't get your point. All I can see is pizza. Where's the joke? What have I missed the joke? And then he showed me the pictures underneath. I went, I said, but that's how we write pizza when I was growing up, and that's when we started talking.
Yeah, that's when we were talking about how, and I was like, that kind of is a good point, because then your generation would write Zs like that, whereas like my generation and below wouldn't really do that anymore. But you gotta admit, that P definitely looks like an N.
No, it looks like a P that hasn't finished being copped off. Hey, doctors used to write like that. I found out my doctor's retired. I'm not happy. I'll be sending him a card, but I'm not happy. He was so lovely. See, shows you that the pressure for the doctors are getting ridiculous. But I won't talk politics on my podcast. That's what I told Tony. He said, "Do you talk about politics on your podcast?" I said, no, we avoid it. So we avoid it like a rash.
But yes, so this is the meme, and that was the funny about fonts. Still think it's kind of funny. I saw it on Reddit. I don't know who the original poster is, because it's been reposted quite a few times, so I credit it if I could, but I don't know who posted.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. See, yeah, but there was a dinosaur toys years ago. McDonald's were giving off these dinosaur toys, and then you got like the base, and you clip the bases in, and it goes into jigsaw. And they took one of them off the shelf. You know why?
Why?
Because it looked like a Dinky Winky. Because obviously you've got the dip. It's a long rock, but with a little dip in the middle, because that's where the dinosaur would have had to put some sort of thing on it to make it go round. And because of that, and they brought it to the attention, they took it off the shelves. But they did bring it back, because I just said, how ridiculous. You can't stop something because you've got the old pervy teenagers making things like that, or else we'll never get up to anything.
It's actually more of the adults that do it. The Karens, as you say. They look at something and be like, is that a penis? Well, we should get it taken down just because I think so.
Yeah, but on the other hand, right, parents could joke about going, do you fancy a bit of... And the kids would know, would they? Kids would think it's McDonald's, you see. It's a catch-22. I've got something funny to tell you as well.
Oh, well, bear with me a moment. But, like, it kind of reminds me of the thing from that The Simpsons did at one point. Marge. So there's a scene where, like, I think it's like wrestling or something, and she turns it off or pauses it or whatever. It's been a while since I've seen the episode, but anyway, she says, "Call me a killjoy, but I think that because this is not to my taste, no one else should be able to enjoy it." And that's people at the moment, like, oh, just because I don't like it, no one else should be able to like it. And it's like, shut up. Humour's subjective, so, you know.
So if we're talking about daft stuff, right, I was talking to somebody the other day.
Yeah.
And they turn around and they work in a pet shop. And they're going about how many people have got dogs. and they're not trained, and they go, well, my dog doesn't do as I'm told. And this person turns around and says, are you training the dog? It's like, are these people expecting to have a dog and it just automatically does these things? No, it's not a robot, love. It's a little human kind of animal breathing thing, whatever you want to call it. And you have to train them. That's what you do. You don't turn around and go, sit, and it does it, because it doesn't understand.
Get me a beer.
So, yes. So that's quite... and I'm just like, are people just so dense nowadays? They really are. No, you have an animal, you have to train it. And that. And, oh, that's it. One person says, my dog doesn't go outside I've had the dog for 2 days and it doesn't go outside for a week. And this person turned around and said, well, have you trained it to go outside for a week? And they went, no. You have to show it to go outside. Like we did with Blue. We used to open up the door, go, come on, wee-wees.
Yeah, when
not
first
now,
Blue,
not now.
We'd go out.
Sorry.
Like, we'll do a thing where every hour we'd literally say, right, I think it's time to take Blue out. So we'd pick up Blue, take him outside, stand outside with him for a bit.
Yeah, and go,
and if he needs a toilet, he'll go to the toilet. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Sorry, we
We'll
can't
just go
say
back
that.
in.
He's got wee-wees.
So,
And now he just goes up in and out just for the freaking fun of it. He
Yeah,
pops outside and just sniffs the air, and I'm like, I want to sit down.
yeah, he likes to go outside a lot. I mean, she took a little bit of time to learn as well, didn't she? But she got there quite quickly, I'd say.
Yeah, he's just going through his teenage, because he did it really well, and then he went through.
Didn't he?
And then at first he had a few accidents, then he did it really well, and then I went through the naughty teenage stage.
Where he just kept peeing everywhere. Or like any time I took her eyes off him, he went to go pee, and like so, that took a while to get him back to it. So now he's been a good boy again.
Yes, you are a good boy, aren't you? Yes, we had that bit from, but they do. You got to remember that every year is 7 years to a dog. So when he started playing up again, he was a teenager, even though he's like a pup, and still is a bit of pup, but he's still like a teenager. Oh, like teenagers, like kids, aren't they? So yes. Anyway, the other bit, right? Your poor brother didn't know where to put himself, because we were talking, me and Romy, on about how women have to emotionally say stuff to get the men to do certain jobs. And of course, your brother pipes up, well, not anymore now, we can do gaming. And that's a good idea. That saves us flashing a bit of thigh to the men to get them to do, you do a bit of that DIY, and and men will go ding and do the job. Now, women don't need to do that. What we can now say to them, to these boys, or men, boys, is if you get that DIY or that decorating job done, or anything else, we will let you play 4 hours non-stop on your computer game, undisturbed, with drink. We're bringing you beverages, drink and food. I tell you, shall we as women experiment this and find out how much
Doesn't
DIY?
work. I don't get enough of my own time ananyway. I'm always doing bloody stuff around this house, aren't I?
Shut your face.
I like how to bloody do the floor.
Yeah, half done floor.
Half done? Because we had half the tiles.
No,
You're trying to put the blame on me. She got half the tiles.
No, I brought in tiles thinking that there'd be enough.
Fix
And
half
they
the bloody
didn't.
place stuff around this house as well.
I know you do, and Callum's on a little bit as well.
I had to strenuously put up
and
the
I've
shelves.
only just rebought the tiles about 4 days ago, and I'm still waiting for Callum to do it, because you can help finish off. And then I've got to get some spray glue.
He's the one that did the lawn the most, do the dishwasher a lot.
He did a real good job with cutting the lawn as well.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was this time out for
When
very
he was
rare.
younger, he moaned at me once. Oh, why'd you get me to do DIY? When he was younger, I said, because one day you're going to have your own place and you're going to need to know how to do it. That's why.
I even did my own desk as well.
Yeah, and he also drilled straight through
Yeah,
the wall
I put a
to
hole
the
through
other
it.
end.
That
So when I've got to fill holes up, I've got to find a way of kind of.
I hate DIY. I might know to do
He
it.
says, I've gone straight through the wall. I went, why didn't you tape the drill? Because you
Tried that before, but it slides up the drill, so it makes no odds.
Then chalk it. Or get a marker on it.
I hate
Yeah,
DIY.
I've got a hole straight through, and he just missed the radiator on the other side of the wall. Thank God you didn't go through the radiator.
I'm pretty sure I would have felt it.
Never mind feeling it. I would have had a hole in it and that to
No, I mean I would have
replace it.
felt it and I would have stopped because it's
Yeah, but
harder
it's
than
aluminium rubbish stuff though.
It's
isn't
harder
it?
than this. Than this I can put my hand through.
Oh dear. I think with houses they need to do breeze bricks. They don't need to do big ones like they did years ago. Thin ones, because if you get an electric fire going off behind these switches, they go up like a blaze. They will, because it's all tissue paper, and they just go. Pjoom! Where if you've got bricks in between, and all you need is thin grey bricks. Go between them. It won't cost a lot to do. That will stop fire. And that's another thing. If I got voted in, I would demand
Houses to be actually built.
built. I would. I think you're paying an arm and a leg for all these houses.
Super expensive house. You do one
For
slight trick,
nothing.
you go through the wall.
Yeah,
Oh!
but unfortunately, bigger fool people do pay for it. There is people pay. You pay for it. Bigger fool you, because again, people demand not to. The government will go, You just have to put up with something that little bit longer, you know. It's just because I blame back 1980s. The greed.
You know, even the DIY knowledge, I was fixing a few things in my houses when I was at uni.
What is it?
Yeah, because I'm the only one that knows to do that stuff.
Oh, what did you fix?
Well, like we'll have loose tap bits and stuff, and I'll come along with my spanner, my toolkit, be like, right, out of the way for a second, put it all together back.
Yeah, and
Or like the time I clogged the pipes at Morrison's.
you clogged the pipes.
I clogged the pipes at Morrison's at one point. So I was cleaning up some stuff, and a whole bunch of breadcrumbs got into the sink and flushed down the pipe, and it started flooding. I was like, oh god, no, please, no. So and like I'm the only one there, which is kind of good, because then it means like if anything goes wrong, I can fix it without anyone knowing. So
Obviously.
So I had to. Well, they're gonna know now after this.
Yeah,
So,
but Morrison's
so I had to
don't watch it, so we're right. Should go hashtag Morrison's, please don't watch this podcast.
Morrison's don't watch this. So I had to like get under the sink, because I had a feeling where it's clogged, and I started unscrewing all the pipes and finding the right pipe, and I found it eventually and managed to push it all out and dispose of it properly, and put all the pipes back together without knowing.
Well, Callum, didn't he, in his little temporary job he had over the Christmas period, he was helping those out, and they're like, oh, this is why we need a man. No, you don't really need a man. You can do it yourself, but you can have my man. He's my little boy.
I don't want to go around fixing some of the door hinges or something. There's a few
Yeah.
loose screws. I had to do it for Callum's light as well. His light switch was wiggly, and it took ages. I had to try and get these
you
little
gotta get them
blockers out of the way,
yeah.
because you don't want to break them. I want to pop it. I had to wiggle the little light thing out, like the cover, the screw cover out of the way, and then tighten up the screws, and then put it all back in.
Yeah, these houses aren't.
I've had to
brilliant.
fix so much in this house. They're so
For a
rubbish.
brand new house, I know.
I know.
We moved into it brand spanking new.
Well,
and
I also had to
they
chisel
are a
some stuff
nightmare.
off the floor as well.
Yeah, so
like-
the caps can fit down
Yeah,
properly.
because we've got like these solid floors.
Yeah,
and they have
the
these-
tight fist is not putting proper flooring in.
Like we've got these solid floors, and then they've got these holes in them, and they cover these holes with these little caps that just sit on top.
Because it can get to the electric. So you
Yeah,
see.
that's what I was thinking it was for. And sorry, so I'm going to have to move me on for a second. And some of them, because they haven't cut the hole properly, so the cap sits on, but it kind of sticks up a bit. So I've had to come along with the chisel and hammer, just and break all these bits off, just so the cap would sit smoothly on, like especially under here,
Yeah, because
under
it's
my
lino
chair.
flooring.
Yeah, under my chair, like we've got like lino flooring, but
Because the
The
girls'
cap.
room. Come.
it was originally the girls' room, but it's my office now. The cap would stick up, and as my chair goes over the cap, it damages the flooring. So I've had to come along, chisel it, flatten the cap, and now it's no longer a problem.
Yeah.
But now I've got to bloody come along and glue the floor properly down, because it's pulling away when I move about in my chair. So
Yeah, because I thought with girls and makeup, I get lino flooring, which looks really nice and creative, and it's quite warm. Because it's easier to clean the makeup off than if they've got makeup all over the carpets, which girls do. So until they grow up a bit more.
He's sleeping.
So yeah, so we have done little bits, haven't we?
But the girls don't want to be here anymore, so...
Yep, they abandoned me.
And I needed more space for my office, because if you ever check out my Tumblr or something, like, I had this tiny office, didn't I? I had this tiny little spot, this tiny desk, no elbow room, and bed right next to it. I had to make the most of it.
With a homemade desk there.
Yeah.
And then you made this as a homemade desk, taking my coffee table lid.
Hey, it was broken, you didn't need it anymore, so I took it.
Yeah, we recycled it, didn't we? We do a lot of that, don't we?
Do a lot of recycling. And yeah, because my younger sister, who used to be in this room, she didn't want to be here anymore, so I moved my bed in here, built my desk. I tried to get that done all in one day, so because I got a thing where I want it done now, so I don't have to deal with it later. So I spent till like stupid o'clock doing the desk, didn't I? Getting frustrated. You're there like, take a break. I'm like, no, I want it done.
Yeah, because if you don't take a break, you have more accidents.
I know, but I want it done. I don't want to do it
Yeah,
anymore.
and then cause a hole through my wall.
Hey, it's fixable. Just not doing it yet.
Oh no, we'll have to though. 'Cause we'll be moving this soon, won't we? We're looking to move in.
Yeah, you almost let Lyra have this room, you little sod.
Yeah, well, look what happened. She did have this room. She'd move out anyway.
Yeah, but we
did.
still would have had months with her still. I would still be crammed and I wouldn't be set up. So luckily I had to fight my way to get this bloody room. And you didn't like that, but too bad, I got the room.
See, for somebody keeps saying, oh, my mum hates me, my mum doesn't love me, see? Get both
That's
sides of the
Lyra.
story.
That's Lyra that says that, and she was bloody about to take this room, and I was like, nope, I'm having it. You don't need the space, I do. So I moved my double bed in here, because I had a double bed. That's come in here, set up my desk. I finally have room to actually do stuff on my office. And just think, while Lyra's here, we couldn't have done the podcast with it together, because we would have had struggle squeezing in.
Yeah, I'm used to struggling. So yeah,
And
and
then-
then she leaves home,
And then Lyra doesn't want to be here anymore, and
turned up with a suitcase as I'm leaving home.
yeah,
All
well,
right,
she wanted her
okay.
stuff. So
Right.
we packed the bed up, sent because we gave her my smaller room, which can fit a single bed and some stuff. So she had that. You're making a mess in my room. I just hoovered in here. Thank you very much. Now I got to bloody hoover again. I'll make you do it.
Just get on with it.
So we packed up her bed, sent it in the loft, moved my bed back in the old room. So now that's my bedroom and this is my office. But also there's a bunch of stuff dumped here, which is why I do this. To cover up the mess so you don't know what's behind here.
Ta-da. Cheeky.
Anyway, we've done about 12 minutes over the time, so I think we should wrap this up.
I know, we've got things to get on with, haven't we?
Yeah, I've got quite a lot to go on. I've got to set up for my podcast in a minute. My stream in a minute. Oh my god. Alright, so anyway, thanks for watching. Check out the website, mindstorm-productions.org, and support us on Patreon at patreon.com/mindstormproductions. Join us on Discord at discord.gg/KAVKZPS. All the links are there. You can pause this video, so it doesn't matter how quick I speak. Just pause the video, join the links. Follow us on Twitter.
And I didn't stream Eve on Thursday because I
You
can't do
didn't
what
know.
I was doing.
You were busy. So yes, thanks for watching. Support us and everything, and join us and check out our links and all that stuff. And we'll see you next week, and hopefully it'll be live again next week for the chat. And also comment below. You can comment. So comment. Tell us about your week.
Yes, please do.
Yeah. No,
We
nobody
want to
tells.
talk
Nobody,
about
nobody
us all the
talks.
time, do we? No, we don't want that,
We
do we?
want to get to know you guys a bit better.
Want
So
to interact with you all.
yeah, tell us about your week.
we don't. Yes, we do. No, we don't.
Okay. Well, anyway,
Yes, we
so
do.
thanks for watching.
See you
Bye
later.
bye.
Bye.
Say that it feels right.